everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the today. It's Deshaun Watson's Texans going up against Dalton's Bengals.
Larry, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Houston Texans. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead. And we're off in week 2. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miller. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Lamar Miller went to Houston to be the lead running back, the featured guy, but still I think Coach Bill O'Brien, he might have felt he overused him a little bit in the season. His touches were way up.
Yeah, he was on pace for over 400, a lot of bumps and bruises, maybe on a little bit of a pitch count here in the early going.
Could also be the reason Houston drafted Dante Foreman out of Texas, maybe to ease the load a little bit.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. Fuller brings it in over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
To throw is Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. A first down carry now for Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one of the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but, sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
There on the catch, Alfred Blue. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That good for 19 and a first down. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's the rookie from Texas, Dante Foreman. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the wideout in motion. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's third down.
Every time you throw an incompletion, you think, boy, that's a wasted opportunity, don't you?
Yeah, because last year they were number 2 against the pass, was this Houston defense.
And J.J. Watt is back for all of 2017. They'll be that much stronger.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Now the left-footed punter in his 9th year, Kevin Huber on to kick. Back deep, Bruce Ellington. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Ellington now to return it. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Here we go.
To throw on second down, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Throwing on third down, Watson.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is, I'm surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bengals take possession. Cincinnati now ready to take the field, and they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Eifert, the man in motion. First and 10 for Dalton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. Throwing again. Dalton. And Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Second down, Dalton. They set up the screen to Hill. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
On first down, Watson. Underneath for Miller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, it's Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. Fresh set of downs here.
Come on, let's go.
From the gun, here's Watson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Watson to throw on second down. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
In motion goes the tight end. Third and long. It's Watson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So that one will be accepted. They go play action here on first down. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Brian Cushing. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same. Right, the coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Let's go!
Lamar Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Here's Watson looking to throw on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the gun on third, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here we go on fourth. Watson, that's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Again, it's Foreman. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Watson, off play action. Steps away. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. On the screen, Bernard. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Dalton throwing on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Eifert, the man in motion. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
They'll run here with Bernard. And he goes his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Bullock out now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And now out comes Houston. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here we go.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here we go.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down. Then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here we go.
Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Well, the screen gets 7, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second, it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. To throw is Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Watson looks to throw again. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Miller, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Now it's Watson going up top for Miller. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there. Dalton gives to Bernard. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Two minutes to go here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. It's 2nd down. Dalton looking. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. The 30. 10. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10. Dalton once more. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jadeveon Clowney able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Here's Dalton. And that is incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And as he sees the play clock ticking down, Marvin Lewis decides to call a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. Gets around him. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans take possession. And now out comes Houston. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
To throw on second is Watson. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Vigil in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going for it. It's Watson. It's hauled in by Ellington. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's go! What? Nine! Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! What? Nine!
Watson on first down. Caught here by Griffin. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On first down, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of power.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3. Now the Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. The slot man in motion right. They'll run it here with Bernard. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. So they are going for it. Now Dalton. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Texans coming up on 1st and goal. Remember, last year they struggled to rush the ball in the end zone. Only 8 touchdowns on the ground. 2nd fewest in the league. They'll go with Foreman. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Defense showing blitz. They come out here in the eye. They run again with Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Start on the ground here with Bernard. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Second down, Dalton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Well, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Carry for Bernard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Slot man moves right. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And some room to roam now. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run. Here's Bernard.
Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down, they're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So he missed his first couple hits there and puts his team up by more.
And while it wasn't absolutely crucial at that point, how great is that for his confidence to finally put one through the post?
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll begin here with Bernard. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd down, Dalton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton, he's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
They'll get 23 yards there, and it'll give the Bengals a first down. Dalton here from the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. To throw on second down. Dalton, they'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Man, I got you.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go.
Play clock winding down. To throw is Watson. To throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So they're operating in the red zone.
Come on, let's go.
10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Back to throw, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Let's go. Flex round.
Watson now looking to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete.
All right, Captain, let's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Watson hands this to Foreman, and he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal.
Let's go!
Now Watson. A quick hitter complete. It's Fuller. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and it's Cincinnati 1st down.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot, not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And Dalton to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton caught Eifert over the middle. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's complete to Croft. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. In motion right here, Boyd. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, it looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Texans defense stands tall.
Here we go. Next round. Let's go.
They begin with a run by Miller. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Time running out here on the play clock. They keep it with Miller on first down. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second down following the run.
Flex round. Ohio. Here we go.
The play clock's running down. Watson now to throw. Muscles him off. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Come on, let's go.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, We're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
9 yards on the run there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Bengals grab it. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. First by him near the 35. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
But a spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll run with Foreman, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Shift together here from the D-line. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule, because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
This one taken from the 7. And now running right through it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Feels right.
To throw again, Dalton. And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. To throw is Watson. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. And avoids the contact by sliding. Watson so dangerous with his legs in college, and nothing's changed here as he picks up the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And we're hitting the end of this one, and it looks to probably be the final play.
Let's go.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Fights off the defender. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Texans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.